Welcome to Building and Understanding the Trebuchet. Today, me and my alter ego will teach you about the history, mechanics, and physics behind the trebuchet. Then I'll teach you about how to build the perfect trebuchet that will be able to thwart / destroy any cities that you like. Also, I will use my own trebuchet that I built to destroy a very sketchy city. Let's learn some history. Wikipedia. The trebuchet. A trebuchet, French. Don't be fooled. It wasn't invented in France. It was actually invented in China in the 4th century. So at about 350, it was invented. But it didn't even come to France or Europe until the 12th century. In France, it came at 1199. So why is it called the trebuchet? Nobody knows. There's two main types of trebuchets: the traction trebuchet, which was more popular in the China times, and the counterweight trebuchet. The traction trebuchet is similar, just it uses human power to pull down to create the energy to launch the missile, whereas the counterweight trebuchet uses a counterweight and the weight falls to launch the missile. Today I will be teaching you how to build and the physics behind the counterweight trebuchet. And here are some examples of counterweight trebuchets, pictures from the Middle Ages. Now I'm going to teach you the physics behind the trebuchet. Oh wait, I don't know it. Mr. Isaac Einstein Carroll, can you take it from here? Hi, I'm Isaac Albert Carroll, and I will be explaining the physics behind a trebuchet. Can you please explain the physics, sir? Yes, I can. Energy. What is energy? Energy can be conserved. This is how the trebuchet works. Conservation of energy. There is a base and there is a pole, and the center, the axis of rotation, is on the base, and there is a mass right here, and when you lift that mass off of the ground, it gains potential energy. So this right now, let's say, has 100 potential energies. Now, when Mr. Man right here holding this stick down lets go, this potential energy will be released in creating movement, or 100 kinetic energies. When this rock hits the ground or swings all the way to the bottom right here, all of the potential energy will now be kinetic energy. And that kinetic energy, because the stick is connected all the way through to this end, that kinetic energy is also transferred to this side, moving it up that way. So it launches, the sling launches with a force of 100 kinetic energies. Now let's discuss optimization. We know that this big 60-pound weight has lots of potential energy. In fact, it's at the max potential energy that it can be in this system. So what can we do to make, by the time that this 60 weights of pounds, by the time it gets down here, how can we use the most kinetic energy that is given to us by converting that potential energy into kinetic energy? After doing some intense, not real, mathematics, I've figured out that the optimum length ratio from this length to that length of the stick, with the center of rotation being right here, is 3 to 1 to 5 to 1. In my project, I used a ratio of 3 to 1 because that is how much wood I had. Also, I did another calculation, and it's way too long to show, which states that to use the maximum kinetic energy, you must use a string that is equal to the length of the bigger portion ratio of the lever arm. So this string is also 3 feet long, as well as this portion of the stick. Also, I did a calculation that states that the masses should be at a difference that is 20 times the ratio of the ratio of length. So because the ratio of length is 3 to 1, the ratio of mass should be 60 to 1. So therefore this is 60 pounds and this is 1 pound. Boom shakalaka. Now that we know all that nice physics, we can discuss the engineering of my project so that we can destroy that city. Sketchy city. Anyways, this is the project. Here you can see the lever arm with 8 inches of wood on this side and an added combined 24 inches of wood on this side, making it a 1:8 to 24 3 ratio, 1 to 3 ratio. This setup allows for a full range of motion, allowing to go all the way down and lift it up to create potential energy and release it to create kinetic energy. Now, to set it up, make sure it's slid all the way over to the side so that it swings nice and freely. Push it all the way down and then lock it in place using my locking mechanism. Now, grab your sling and pull it back behind, under, down here, so that it's hanging over there. Now grab the second side of your sling and attach it to the pin, the release pin. Now it's ready for launch except for the ball. Insert the ball. So now, once I release this, the potential energy will be released, and this sling will go up because it has so much kinetic energy, and the pin, which is currently on one of the release pins, because of the swinging, will slide off, opening up the sling and launching the ball super far away to destroy the city. Oh no, not a sketchy city. How does this even work? How did Thomas cross? This bridge is dysfunctional. Oh no, I must destroy this sketchy city. To destroy the sketchy city, I'm gonna have to set up my trebuchet so that it can launch over there miles away onto the sketchy city. So let's set it up. First, I'm going to pull it down to gain some potential energy up in here. Then I'm going to lock it in place. Now, I'm going to pull back the sling and attach this piece onto the release pin. Now that I did that, I'm going to pull back the sling and put my projectile in. Now that it's all ready to fire, I'm going to close my ears and I'm going to fire. Oh, nice shot. Look at that. Destroyed the bridge, and the sketchy city is no more. Let's try that one more time and see if we can land directly inside the city that is sketchy. 3, 2, 1, launch. Boom! As you can see, their trajectory is perfect, and we even hit the dog. I don't know what to say except thank you to Sir Isaac Albert Carroll for teaching us physics and the trajectory of the trebuchet so that we could destroy the sketchy city. Thank you, and have a good day.